Okay, so let's get into the shooting of Philadelphia. Now, before I have to say what I have to say about it, I just want to know one thing from the people who reside there, the people in that specific neighborhood where this horrendous crime occurred. I guess you don't need police officers anymore, and you don't need EMTs or medics, because according to you people, you have the whole problem under control. I mean, after all, you people were sitting there, standing there in front of all the police officers who actually, after they were done with that situation and controlled that situation and contained it, their reward was you castigating them and making fun of them. You know, I was just curious, because the next time something like this happens, the next time there's a shooting in your neighborhood or a stabbing or a drug deal that's gone bad and there's a whole bunch of people shooting at one another, well, you know what? You guys can handle it yourself. Since you're so good at self-sufficiency in your neighborhood, you all pay taxes, you all have jobs, none of you are collecting welfare, you all live in prestigious homes around that area, you're all very prosperous and doing well. Well, you don't need police, EMTs, or medics. I mean, after all, you're all lawyers, you're all cops, you're all doctors, you're all nurses. You don't need anybody. You seem to be very self-sufficient, because after all, when people come in to help you in that wonderful neighborhood that you live in, what's your perspective of that? Well, your perspective seems to be that you don't care and you don't want those kinds of people in your neighborhood helping you out, because after all, you have it under control. The crime's real low, the guns are real low, the drugs are real low. Well, but that's not what I saw on television. What I saw on television was a maniac who had 6 prior felon convictions in relation to guns, violence, and drugs, pointing that gun not only at police officers, who he shot 6, but it was also pointing the gun at you, the person that's probably watching this video who lives in that wretched neighborhood of yours, and children. Oh, but you know, that's not really a big deal. I mean, why should it be? Because after all, you people seem to have everything under control over there. You have self-reliance, and you want to pass more gun laws, and you want more legislation enacted, and you want more money pumped into your prestigious community. I guess you have everything under control, so why should I even make a video and be talking about this? I mean, after all, I'm sure you people have fundamentally proposed a very effective solution to your problem in Philadelphia. Oh, well, maybe not, because you know what? It seems to me that pristine neighborhood that you live in is not crime-ridden. I mean, I'm inviting all my viewers to watch this video a year from now and see how many shootings have taken place in Philadelphia, specifically in that neighborhood where this animal committed all this atrocity. A man who 6 felon convictions, still has access to a gun, and we're still going to cry for more gun law legislation and more enactment, right? That's going to be the solution to all this. This is what I hear for every shooting. I said this in my last video. The more legislation you enact, the bigger the black market is going to be for guns in this country, because in case you haven't noticed it, in case CNN and Fox News and whatever social media outlet you choose to listen to, in case they haven't told you, shooting police officers, killing people in general, using drugs, the sale of illegal drugs is illegal. It's against the law. But according to what I know, and I'm not an expert on this, that doesn't stop people from doing these things. But hey, you guys in that neighborhood in Philadelphia seem to know what you're talking about, and you seem to have everything under control. So the next time something like this happens, I think you guys should take it upon yourselves to control what's going on in your neighborhood. I mean, after all, you have a solid family background, right? You got a solid community background. You have a lot of money. You have a lot of authority and community involvement. Oh, and you are very religious people. You fear God. You fear authority, right? How's that working out for you? It seems to me something's lacking in your community. I'm not going to get into the semantics of this, and I'm not trying to talk down to anybody here, but I think you know where I'm going with this video. So while you're enacting more legislation and you're talking about it more, maybe you should look at the problem from within. Maybe you should look at the problem what's actually going on in your own families, in your own schools, in your own churches that you don't go to or that you don't care about, and take a good look, take a good walk in that neighborhood that you people live in, and you see all the things that are going on, and you see all the people who are dealing drugs, you see all the people who are selling drugs, you know who they are, you live in that neighborhood. So you're not fooling anybody but yourself. You know exactly what's going on in your own neighborhood. And since you're all experts at what's going on in there, maybe you exactly know what should be done in that situation, but you don't want to do it because at the end of the day, I guess you need help. Oh, really? Well, you didn't seem to be very appreciative when half of the police department, who is black, by the way, in Philadelphia, when half of the police department was there in your neighborhood trying to conduct law and order, trying to remove a very dangerous person from your neighborhood, and their response and their reward to that was you castigating and mocking them and talking to them like they were the enemy. Really? How's that going to work out for you in the future? How's it working out for you now? How safe is Philadelphia? I don't want to get involved in talk about Philadelphia and how great of a city it is or how terrible of a city it is. I'm going to say in this video what I say in most of my videos when I talk about subjects like this. If you think that more legislation is going to get passed, which it probably is, they're probably going to do some gun law. Your screwy mariner is probably going to offer a big, beautiful idea that's going to combat all this violence like every politician does, and he's going to tell you exactly what needs to be done, and you're going to listen to him. I invite you to do this, what I told the people in my last video, all my viewers. What I'm telling you is what I said in that video is what I'm going to tell you now. Watch this video a year from now and see how many shootings have accrued in Philadelphia since that time. Watch this video 1 year from now. And all the other people who live in all the other cities where crime and violence and gun violence is so high, come back and watch this video a year from now and see what has happened and what has not happened. How many shootings there have been and how many, as opposed to how many shootings there have not have been. I want to know what the differences are going to be. You can leave the comments down below this video and let me know what you think. But until then, until you know you're so confident that you have everything under control and that everything is going to go exactly the way you want it, I got a great idea. The next time something happens in your community and you need help, maybe you should handle it yourself.